welcome back to my channel, Disabled but Able Budgeting. My name's Maya and I'm here today to do a monthly closeout. So November just ended and I'm thinking it will be good for me to look through what's happened throughout the month and see how I look for starting fresh, I guess, in December. Since my printer is damaged, I'm just doing this on some paper. I wrote down the money that I have in the bank saved up since I cash stuff with placeholders. I do cash stuff partially with grocery and things that I spend money on during the day-to-day, but bills and savings, I try to leave as money in the bank. So here are the numbers for the beginning of November. I am in a way a month ahead, I think. We'll see by the end of today on my bills. But I have taken money that I was hoping would go towards other types of savings to make sure that the bills are covered a month ahead. So I'm still not sure if I'm completely happy with how I'm putting this together, but I'm just figuring out this is a start and I'll just do this now, and if I need to make changes, then I will do that. All right, so I am also, like I said, using placeholders instead of cash in most cases. When my printer worked, I printed out my own, both envelopes and placeholders. So most of the ones that you'll see in here are my own, and certain things like this binder I bought from Budgeting with Ira. But I will leave that in the description if anyone is interested. Also, if you hear some weird noise from somewhere, that is my Pomeranian. She loves to be the center of attention. So when I'm doing something else like this, she just has to, stick her nose into something and make me focus on her. But we'll try to do this. I'm using placeholders. So I have placeholders from 1 kroner up to 10,000. just in case I ever get there. Since I am trying to keep these as true with my payments and bills and everything, there is now a lot of placeholders in here. So I'm also thinking that I will go through and exchange them so that I can condense down so that these aren't as big as they are. I'll also look into doing some other things with the cash because I have a little bit of cash in some of these envelopes. But I will talk about that in a little bit. Student loan, I had 2,500 at the beginning of the month. This was the bills for November, and then I've throughout November cash stuffed for my December payments. So right now I can do some condensing, so I'll do that I think first. I haven't done this really before, so I think I tried way back when, but if I go a lot back and forth, excuse me, but yeah, I might skip or make some adjustments. Here I have 1,500, 2,000, so I have a 2,000 placeholder. 200, 400, 500. 500 back, and 2043. I now have 2,543. That should cover me for my December payment. In insurance, I had 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 5, 50, 600. $22. So insurance has 622. And one of the other reasons that I am condensing, not just to make sure that I can both close these binders, but also not ruin the envelopes that I made, is since I can't print out any more placeholders, if I run out, I'll have to come up with a backup plan. So I'm hoping I can condense to make that not happen as fast. Union fees had 400. It now has 5,400. 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the reasons that my envelopes are increasing is because I am rounding up my bills when I budget, so that I can hopefully start building up to make sure that I have a proper 1 month ahead, but also then that if I get fully everything in a good place, I can then start either reallocating, or I can just do certain things so that I can put money into other envelopes that are not just my regular bills. Transportation, I started with 800. It now has 2, 4, 6, 7, 50, 850, so 800. Can't condense anymore, so transportation now has 5, 7, 8, 50, 70, 1, 2. So 872. Electricity had 500, and it now has 5, 7, 800, and 20, 35, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 839. My phone had 100, it now has 150. The TV and internet started with 600. It now has 5, 7, 9, 920, 40, 61. 961. Physical therapy started with 0, and now it has 5, 720. The subscription started with 250. It now has 2, 3, 400. 50, 70, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9. Subscription now has 489, which is a good thing because subscription is higher than 250, I've realized. My wallet, I'm going to leave my wallet for right now and do that at the end. How are you guys? I hope everyone's doing great and looking forward to December. For me living in Norway, it is very, very dark. We get a few hours of daylight during the day and it is precious. So yeah, it's a lovely time of year. We have had a little bit of snow, but it's disappeared again. But it is around freezing right now, so when it rains, I'm scared that it will freeze over, turning into black ice and everything. So I am a little bit on edge since my disability makes it harder for me to walk and I have a lot of chronic pain. So I'm really scared of falling, honestly, and going out with my dog every single day makes it a little bit harder now during winter time than it does in summer. Mortgage has 250, 70, 85. With mortgage and with HOA, I don't have stuff on here, but what I've budgeted, everything I've budgeted over, I will put in here to mark off how much money of what I have in the bank is over towards like an extra month or extra payment. Right now, our interest rates are very high, and if at all possible, I would like to try to pay off some of the actual loans I have instead of just paying interest to the bank. All right, so HOA has 210, 11, 12, 13. In my pet insurance, I have some cash, so I'll try to exchange that for placeholder. So let's see what we can do here. So we have 700. There isn't any place where I can easily put money back into the bank. There are no bank tellers in Norway anymore. Everything is automated. Norway is mostly dependent on using bank cards. Since I am cash stuffing with groceries and certain things, I am going to roll this over into my wallet. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing my wallet last. Paw insurance now has 1,750. Retirement started with 2,000. It now has 500, 1,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. Some of these envelopes was empty when I started off in November, cash stuffing again. Extra week is one of them, so I'm just going to write it down so that I can keep track of that as well. 150. Not sure if I can do anything except for take. So extra week has 2, 300, 50, 70, 92. Ingredients, I have 65. I have a fully funded placeholder, so there's 14,000 in here in the bank for my next yearly payment of her insurance. Advent, this envelope I also got from Budgeting with Ira. In 2024, I bought one of his advent calendars, so this was one of the things in there. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 500 in here. And lastly, for this envelope, I have gifts. So it has 2,000, 200, and exchanging the 50, 2,450.